Hey, what is going on the YouTube? This is Robert and today I am bringing you to the full drop list for week 1 of the fall winter 20 season. As per norm, we are looking at about like 70 to 85 or like 65 to 85 items. So yeah, sit back, relax, you know, buckle in, I guess it's the way to put it, I suppose. And let's just get straight into this because yeah, there are a lot of items. I'm looking to get like 2 to 5 depending on retails. So yeah, my opinions could change depending on those, but yeah, there's a definite one that I'm after, but the second one will depend. So yeah, let's get straight into this. Okay, so it's time to get into this list, and obviously I'm right at the bottom just because of the fact that it's just easier to start off right down here and then move into the more hyped pieces. Now, for a lot of these I might not give a massive opinion, but for the pieces that I want to, I will do. Now currently we don't have any retails out, as you can see, but when they do go out they might, or they will most probably be out on Twitter or on maybe on Discords and things like that. People put them, a lot of people also post them on Instagram, so yeah, just keep an eye out for most places. So kicking things off is going to be the studded work pant, and yeah, I'm not a fan of studded pieces, so we move ahead from this one straight onto the Houndstooth logo snap front jacket, which I actually saw a lot of people like in the end, or they had a nice opinion of, due to it like matching a theme of something that they've watched before. So yeah, for some people this is a piece they're after. For me personally, it is just not for me. Next we have the piping track jacket. We've had a lot of pieces like this over the last couple of seasons. I'll be honest, I think we just need a season break from them and then they can come back to them. I think that this colorway is actually quite nice for it, but in general I'm a bit tired of seeing piping pieces. So yeah, we move straight into the camo mesh short sleeve shirt. Yeah, mesh plus a short sleeve button up shirt in camo. Yeah, next up we have the work pant, quite standard. They've just got a couple of different colourways, this time to match the Houndstooth piece. So yeah, it's cool that they're doing matching, but yeah, it's just a work pant. To match the jacket we have the track pant, and again, it's really nothing special for me, but again, I like this colourway. It's a nice colourway, but it's not going to persuade me to do anything. We then have the zip up sweat vest. I mean, yeah, you've got a vest available, I suppose, at the end of the day. They are doing quite a couple of vests this season, so be on the lookout for some of them. You can maybe tell how others will do depending on the prices of previous ones, but yeah, a lot of them are drastically different. So moving on to the next piece, we just have an Oxford shirt, but it also has 2 variations that are patchwork. So yeah, that's quite cool, I guess. I think it's a different thing to norm. We have the Blocks sweat pant, which I said when I streamed this, it reminded me of like jelly in the more vibrant colour. Like they look like little blocks of jelly letters, but maybe that's just me. We then have the Chains Quilted Jacket, which has all of the accessories and different pieces that they've released on it. A lot of people really like this. Personally for me, I think it's okay, but it's nothing special because it's just pieces that they've previously done. If they had some different things to it, then maybe it'd be a bit better for me personally. But yeah, I think the black colorway looks quite nice in comparison to the other two. I think it's just the best one out of them. We then have a military twill short. Again, 2 different variations of colorways. They're okay. They look a bit like Minecraft block colors, but yeah, that's about it. We then have the standard stonewashed jean. Nothing really to say about it. It's standard, so we can move ahead onto the studded patch short sleeve work shirt. I did actually like the little patch, but I'm just not a fan of studded pieces, so yeah, we'll move on from it. To obviously go with the sweat pant, we have the sweatshirt or the hoodie, which is obviously the Blocks piece. A lot of people did say they liked this back colorway, but personally it doesn't really do too much for me. Out of any of them, I'd say at the front, like navy sort of colour is the better one, or blue colour is the better one. The more vibrant one, again, they just look like jelly. So yeah. Kicking off one of the tees that we have for this season, we're going to start with the tire tee, which yeah, it's something. It's not going to be something that I'm going to be going for, but it's definitely something at the end of the day. From there we have the cutout sleeves, long sleeve top. I gave my opinions on this again. I thought that the font and the colours were nice. It's just that the placement is just... I get that it's cut out from things, but yeah, it's just a bit different. We then have the tiger embroidered baseball jersey. I still don't know what this says. I wish that I knew what it said. If I did, I might have a different idea like, or a different opinion, but I really don't know what it says at the end of the day. So yeah, I like the tiger graphic on the back that's embroidered. I love embroidery, but yeah, when I don't know what it says, it's a bit difficult to judge some pieces. We then have the contrast script Varsity. It doesn't have as much of an impact as previous Varsities for me. I think that some of the colourways are okay as an overall, but for me, it's just a bit too plain. Even though the font is large and everything, and it says, you know, Supreme in a massive spell out, it's just a bit like plain for me personally. Next up, we have another one of the tees. This time it is the Stay Positive tee, and yeah, I tried to stay positive throughout the lookbook. Unfortunately, that did work in the end. A lot of people like this tee, but at the same time, a lot of people just don't get the whole theme or why they're trying to push it so much. And yeah, I'm sort of borderline with it, to be honest. Again, we have another standard jean. This time it's the rigid slim jean. It's pretty basic, and we'll move on to the first bag, which is going to be the neck pouch, which, yeah, I'm not a fan of a majority of the bags. There are a couple that I really like, but some of them are a bit out there for me. And the little, like, string, I'm going to call it, because that's what I can compare it to, is just really thin. And yeah, it's not nice as an overall. Now we just get into the regular jeans, very basic, and yeah, that's about it. We have one of the first Smurf pieces, and this time it is going to be the Gore-Tex pant. It was very promising to have the Smurfs collab, but from what we've seen, I don't think people are as happy as they could have been. Hopefully they release a tee or maybe a skateboard or something at some point, but yeah, so far, I mean, I like all of the little graphics and things that they've got, but it doesn't have that punch that I'm expecting. You know, it's okay, but we just need that next level when they come to hopefully release some more, if they do release some more to do with it. Next up, we have the colour blocked soccer polo. It looks a lot like the fleece that they're going to be releasing this season, and with it being a polo and a soccer top or football top, its price is just going to be like £78 or something like that, or between like 58 to 78. So yeah, these two are definitely the same colours as the fleece that they're also releasing during this season. But yeah, it doesn't really do too much for me personally. We then have the zip tote. Yeah, again, really doesn't do anything for me. I think the black colourway is okay. I think that this olivey colour is nice, but could be a little bit better. We then have the Pharaoh studded hoodie. I thought that the graphic was nice. I'm just not a fan of studded pieces at the end of the day. We then have the stonewashed slim jean also releasing. Again, very standard. Now we're starting to get into the more, like, I guess, hyped pieces, or pieces that have more likes than dislikes. And kicking off is going to be the Futura Logo 5 panel. This one actually doesn't, but it might do at some point. They're going for more collaborations with Futura this season. And yeah, the last one I believe was in 2011, then before that it was 2006. I might be wrong, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully, I think that it's cool, and I think that the collaboration is really nice, and yeah, there's nothing else to say, to be honest. I'm not exactly a massive Futura fan, so yeah, I'm not going to act like I'm massively hyped for it, but I do just think it's nice to bring some things back. Next up, we have the penguin beanie. I wish that this was a club penguin. Like, I don't know why, I just wish they'd done that, just because it would have been the perfect opportunity, but maybe they would have got a cease and desist or something. But yeah, I think the penguin's okay. It's nothing special in comparison to the beanie that's next to it that's going to be releasing, which is the new era big arc beanie. I think this one is 100 times better, especially in that grey colourway. I think it is really, really clean. Also dropping this week is going to be the blowback rain short sleeve shirt. I said that I liked the darker tone just because of the lack of saturation with it. I think that it makes the red stand out really well. But as an overall, I think the more vibrant one helps with the text, and it just looks, as you can see, just a bit, I just think it looks a bit better. And yeah, but I think the darker tone is really nice as well. We've also got the portrait hoodie dropping. I don't know about this piece, to be honest, so I'm just going to move ahead. But yeah, if you want a standard hoodie, then you can pick one up in the end. We also have the multi-logo T releasing. It doesn't do a ton for me. It's just a load of different fonts they've released, so yeah, it's not bad, but at the same time, it's not exactly the best. Obviously, to match the beanie, we've got the big arc crew neck as well, and again, this grey colourway. A lot of people have said they want this for the personal, and I can understand why. I think that compared to the other colours, I think that this different, like, tones or different colours that are used just makes it a great piece in the end. And yeah, my opinions on it changed sort of afterwards when I was able to go through and look through a lookbook in a bit more detail. I think this is a really, really nice piece. We then have another Smurfs piece. This time it's the Gore-Tex jacket to go with the pant. And yeah, I like how it goes up and around the hood and everything, but again, there's just more that could have been done, especially with nothing on the back. Like, that's a missed opportunity in my mind, so yeah. Obviously, Duffel Bag is also releasing, and it's the mini Duffel Bag. I still want to see how big this is in comparisons, like people holding it. I'd love to see how large this actually is, because before I've been thrown off by the size of their bags. But yeah, obviously it's a 9 litre, so it's going to be larger than a lot of the other bags, but I just like to see how big it actually is. We then have the S Logo New Era, which I think is really cool. I did say this to some people, but it looks extremely similar to the Palace Pal Ice piece that was released. I'm just gonna say it because just personally, you know, when I take a look at things, this just has a very similar look to it, but maybe that's just me stirring for no reason in the end. The Sling Bag is also releasing. Pretty much all of the bags are releasing except for a couple of them in the end. So yeah, the Sling Bag's coming out. Obviously the Smurf Regular Jean is also coming out. Again, I think it is nice, but there's just like a little bit more could have been done with it, but anyway, obviously the Hanes pieces are going to be releasing, and the tees, as per norm, are releasing. The Lovers Tee is going to be dropping, which I've seen a lot of people change their opinions on and say that it's really nice. I think that it's okay. I don't think it does better than the Cupid Tee that was released a little bit ago, but I do think that it is a nice piece because the graphic is a bit bigger in the end, and yeah, I could see people wanting it. Next up, we have the Jet Tee, which I thought was a really cool piece. I'm not going to be going for it this week, but I do think it is a really, really cool piece at the end of the day. And yeah, that's about it. We then have the Nueva, if I've said that right, hopefully, York Tee, and yeah, they've done a lot of pieces, or they've released a lot of pieces like this, where it's just got, you know, Supreme, New York, and this and that, and saying different locations and things. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not amazing at the end of the day for me. I think that personally the Lovers Tee is better than this one, but obviously people have a different opinion than that, because everyone does when it comes to Supreme and what they release. The waist bag is also going to be releasing, obviously, and then we have the Gore-Tex S Logo 6-panel dropping. With it being Gore-Tex, it's obviously going to be a bit more expensive, but yeah, there's an S logo releasing. We then have the denim trucker jacket from the Smurfs pieces, and yeah, personally I think that the blue is just the better one in this, because obviously because of the colour of Smurfs. That's just personally how I feel about it. Overall, I think this is the best sort of thing that I've seen from all of the Smurfs, but for the rest of the pieces, they just don't live up to the same hype for me personally. Now we're on to the last couple of pieces, so we're going to start off with the plaid applique short sleeve top. It's okay, it's not great for me personally. It's going to have a premium price point, so yeah. We then have the Jet skateboard releasing with different jets or planes on them. I don't know planes in any way, I'm not going to act like I do, but I do think that this would be quite cool to have as a set. Hanes boxer briefs obviously are going to be dropping, and then we have the Balloons Tee. I think the Balloons Tee is quite cool. It's not going to make me change for what I'm going for, but I do think that is a really cool piece. The watch plate is also going to be dropping this week. I'd like to see what the price is on this plate, because hopefully it's just a standard price, but at the same time they put porcelain, so they might charge a bit of a premium on it, but we'll have to wait and see. The headlamp is also going to be dropping this week, which I've got plenty of things like this, and like beanies with lights on them and headbands with lights, so yeah, I don't need this, but I think it is a cool piece in the end to pick up. Yeah, I'm sure people will actually be using this for its purpose in the end. I hope they will. We'll see. Obviously the backpack is also then dropping, which is standard, and yeah, let's move ahead onto the Icy Arc Hoodie that is going to be dropping. Yeah, I mean, I think this looks a lot better than the beanie version with the S. I think that these look great. I think that the dark sort of olive at the back is really nice and very Christmassy, but all of the colours are nice overall. We then have the Camo logo skateboards dropping. I think that these are cool, but it's just that I wish that they were more legible to read in the end. But overall, I think they're really cool. But yeah, I just wish that the font was just a bit more legible or a bit more stand out. If they were a bit more stand out for me, I think I'd definitely go for one. But yeah, it's not. We then have the projector that's going to be releasing. I said that I liked this and that I would like it. However, people have said that the retail could be like $250 to $500. So as of that, I think I'm good. Now we're on to the final couple of pieces with the Futura Logo T. As I've said, I don't exactly follow Futura, but I do appreciate the piece. I think that it just looks really nice. And the message on the back is a nice thing to include as well. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be going for that. This is also one of the pieces that I might possibly be going for, depending on, you know, just retails of other pieces in the end, which is just going to be the Stash Bottle. it's just a simple thing in the end. I'm sure that it shouldn't be too expensive, or I would hope that they don't make it too expensive. And yeah, I will probably get that in like a cart with something else. And one of the pieces that I'm definitely going to be going for on that note is going to be the Pharaoh Sanders Tea. Personally, I just really like the photo tee for this one. I'm not going to act like I've listened to them or that I know them. I know of them being obviously a saxophonist, but apart from that, that is it. I'm not going to pretend that I've listened to them at all. But personally, I just really appreciate how this looks. I think it just looks really clean as a piece. And yeah, that is about it. So I'll be going for this in probably like black large and just hold on to it, to be honest. So one of the pieces that I'm on the edge with is going to be the basketball. See, personally, I really want it, but at the same time, I really don't know what Supreme are going to be charging for it. I would think that just with it being a basketball, they might not charge a ton, but at the same time, it might be Supreme doing it and they might just slap that price up. So yeah, I don't know. But definitely if it isn't like up there in the heavens sort of things, then I'll be picking this up and just slap it on a shelf in the end. The next piece that is releasing is going to be the Verified Tee. I might be going for this one, but that depends on how sellout times work for it, because a lot of people have actually hyped it up and a lot of people wanted to go for it. So I really don't know, to be honest. I'm really like on the borderline of what to do. So yeah, if it isn't sold out by the time I come around to it, which will probably be after I go for the Sanders Tea, if after I go for that, this is still available and the basketball is still available and the price is okay, then I'll probably be picking those two up. However, depending on the price of the top piece, being the clear playing cards, I might be going for that and the Verified Tee instead. A lot of people aren't really a fan of this, just due to the fact of it being clear and you can see through, and obviously that might ruin what the cards are, but yeah, I think that we'll just have them as like display cards at the end of the day if people do get them. Personally for me, if they're like £20, then I'll end up just getting the photo tee, the Verified Tee and the cards together. If this is like £40 or so, I might end up getting it as well, but I don't know. And the bottle, you know, it's like the top 5 pieces are pretty much what I'm set on wanting to go after in the end, but it just depends as to whether I go for like 2 of them being the tees, or 3 of them being the cards and the tees, or the ball and the tees, or the bottle and the tees. And yeah, that is about it. So that is going to cover this video. As per norm, let me know down below what you are going to be going for this week and whether you got an in-store slot or not. And yeah, obviously the list is subject to change of pieces being added to it and and obviously anything like that can happen. Things get added, things get removed. So if they do, I just keep an eye out for like Drops by J Twitter or people's Discords and things like that, where people probably post about it. But anyway, that is going to cover this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.